Hey folks, it's Phil. Today I'm here with your precious metals and cryptocurrency update. Today gold is sitting at about $1,286.97, which is down 0.57% from yesterday. Silver is sitting at $17.56, which is down 0.64%, or less than a percent. And that's about 11 cents down for silver, about $7.40 down for gold. So cryptocurrency, since yesterday about this time, Bitcoin has gone down 2.74%, or about $78.14. Ether has gone down $1.77, or 0.68%. It's sitting at $255.98. Litecoin has gone down almost half a dollar, so 0.48, and that's about 1.6% down of the total value, which is $29.33. Yesterday, I went to an event here in Dallas, Texas. It was held not too far from where I live, and it's through a Ether meetup or Ethereum meetup, and it was called the Future of Computing, run by two guys that are really smart. One guy sort of specializes in Ethereum, the other guy specializes in Bitcoin, and he gave this pretty compelling presentation on how the different S-curve and J-curve of technology comes over time. Whereas we've been sitting here for billions of years on this planet, not humans, but this planet's been sitting here for billions of years, and with the energy, time, and space that is within what was occurred from like the Big Bang, there's only so much of it. But within the last 150 years, things are excelling. Only 114 years ago could we fly a plane, and then less than 64 years later, we were able to go to the moon. And then now we can send rockets past Mars and even further than that. So that's just space technology. Now, if you get into things like networking and internet and www dot whatever, as far as the World Wide Web goes compared to the internet, I think the internet was configured in like the 60s by military, but then what we know as the World Wide Web and web pages may have come into focus around 91, 92. And now almost anyone can publish on the internet with social media and sites like WordPress. You can install your own website easily, which WordPress makes up about 26-27% of the internet at this point, because it's a very easy content management system. And I think his whole point was the fact that things are accelerating, and with cryptocurrency, even though Bitcoin's been out for 8 years, a lot of these other cryptocurrencies have been out for less time, and they are gaining momentum now that the term Bitcoin is more in of our lexicon. More people understand, or at least are familiar with the term. But what many don't understand is Ethereum can be considered a completely different type of coin. Both are built on a blockchain, but the blockchain is much more sophisticated for Ethereum that may go into many things in the future, such as transactions for land or gambling or businesses or settling contracts. And that's exactly what Ethereum has. They have something called smart contracts, and they're just logic-based agreements between two people, and then a third party is the one that decides, yes, okay, so we're going to release this amount to this person, sort of like a escrow fund without all the fees. And then as far as buying and selling Ethereum or earning Ethereum coins, apparently there's 11,000 different nodes, it's what they call them, which is really just networked computers, unaffiliated networked computers that are running a specific type of software, and they authenticate the different types of transactions happening on the blockchain for Ether. Now that all sounds like a mouthful to me, and I didn't quite understand it when I first heard it, but it's starting to sink in after going to a couple of these meetups where these guys have been discussing, and I didn't actually realize how easy it is to just buy using a network such as Coinbase. Now you will pay some fees along with that, but it is very handy and very convenient. There are ways to sort of avoid fees by earning or mining for Ethereum. There are networks that have less fees that just happen to be a little harder to figure out. I'll let you figure out those on your own. But if you want to get started, I would definitely go to Coinbase.com and just start buying like I did. Start small. But at this point, all you can buy on Coinbase is Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin. If you're interested in going to some other coins that may have more momentum quickly, that are less expensive, I've heard good things about Digibyte and Monero and Dogecoin, which looks like Doggy Coin with an E instead. Extremely inexpensive. I think Monero is like 55 bucks. Dogecoin's like less than 2 or 3 cents. So you could buy hundreds of dollars worth if you'd like, and it's quite possible that the momentum will happen. But I'm still checking into sort of the technology behind these and finding out what's a good coin, what's a bad coin, or a preferable coin, and the reasons why. Some of the things I've heard people talk about is there are certain coins that are mineable and certain coins that are not mineable. I'm going to go and bet on the ones that are mineable because that offers an incentive to keep the chain going. Essentially, the others may just peter out. But similar to Bitcoin, which does not plan on creating its last coin until it's either 2040 or 2041. There's a very set date on that, so that creates an artificial scarcity and understanding of the value of those coins. So at a certain point, there will be a market correction to where it's not overvalued, it's not undervalued, but it's right at the value that it should be. It's not there yet, but it's getting closer. With people wanting to get out of banks, wanting to get out of off the grid, not just for to hide their money or anything. They just don't trust banks and all the fees, and it's not being controlled by some authoritative force, which we've handed to the government for this long. And power corrupts absolutely. Learned that in 4th grade. Hasn't changed. So that's my update for today. I hope and wish you good profits. Bye.